This is 100% driven by ideology. There's no reason why the government in the US should be shut down over the trivial bullshit that they're going on about. The reason why the Republicans just can't all vote is that a spending bill, like the big beautiful bill, and which is like budget bills, require 60 votes. There is no such thing as common ground anymore, and pretty much common ground is gone. And this is why we're in the dire bullshit straits that we're in with pretty much everything that goes on. So the AOCs of the world will end up being more and more beholden to their small base of radicals that donate. And then this will drive a shitload of money to them. The same will happen on the Republican side. And then they went, well, maybe we don't need a government at all. So these are the type of things that will happen. A lot of the major services won't be affected. There's just a lot of whinging and moaning by government bureaucrats. Well, the citizens just went, fuck you. So they closed 86 million bank accounts. Now, in that 86 million bank accounts, yes, there was a group of people that had their accounts closed that didn't. There was, I think there's 3.5 million people in Thailand had their bank accounts frozen. There's always an underlying reason and deeper information that you need to dig into about it. They are a business. So there you go. That's my take on these account closures. Are we being invaded? So what happened in 1991? We had the fall of the wall, right? So what happened is a lot of countries like Turkmenistan and all the stands or the CIS states, a lot of those people moved into Asia officially. And there is a massive migrant crisis here in Australia. And it's a lot of incompatibility. There is just certain religions and certain cultures that do not play nice in the same sandbox. And if we want to keep Australia the greatest place around, or if we want to keep the West the greatest place around, we have to realize that. Are we being invaded? I would say yes. To what extent? It's a cultural. The biggest recipient of that has been the UAE. The UAE has opened up wealth like you wouldn't believe, and they're basically saying, please move here. Money will move where opportunity is, and money will move where it's welcomed the most. Right. There is no benefit in a vote. There is no gain by being able to vote. And that's why a lot of millionaires, quite a lot of millionaires that I know, especially mobile nomadic ones, couldn't give a rat's ass about voting, but they do care about politics. Politics creates opportunities. Politics opens doors. Politics allows things to happen that may not happen anywhere else. The global conflict levels and all the indicators that I've seen, all the waves and charts and talking heads says we are closer to any type of war now than we've ever been. Watch these false flags grow, and they are growing louder and louder and louder as we go down this path. The money is moving at a fast rate of knots, which means that war is getting closer and closer. War will be in Europe. It'll be the end of the European Union.
Well, we have coal because we've got the biggest coal deposits in the world, but we're not allowed to burn the fucking stuff. So the world's rooted, really. It's all right to be idealistic, but you also have to be realistic. And until the lights go out, the idiots that want to be green on everything and not do mining, not do coal, not do anything, they're going to have to go back and use candles and live in tents. Then they'll no, you might fucking laugh, but it's true. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm not talking bullshit. I'm talking reality. If we don't get realistic, we're fucked. It's as simple as that. The people don't understand. They think the electricity comes out of fucking space. But if you haven't got a charging system, which is a steam coal burning power station, how the fuck can you charge your batteries?
And the only thing, if you truly believe in net zero and you truly believe in saving the planet from carbon and all that sort of stuff, apart from having a mental illness, you would actually be full on for nuclear, because it is the only other dense energy source that can make a big impact on the planet. That's why I think it's time to go nuclear. It'll be very good to see the coalition get their shit together on this. Oh my fucking God. This guy happens to be the largest clown in the world. Everything he touches, he just fucks. The Vanuatu deal, Australia does not matter, right? We're 1% of the world's GDP at best. If you took agriculture and mining out, I think we're like a 0.3% of the world's GDP. We won't be in the G20 for much longer. There is a lot of other countries around, like Indonesia, Italy, Greece, that will draw Turkey, that will drive their economies further and further and push us further and further out of the G20. We will be an observer state nation to the G20, I would say, within the next 2 years, if we really, really had a hard look at ourselves and stopped on the bullshit. And that's both sides of politics have to stop on the bullshit. If you're a first home buyer, there is no way that you should be buying a home to live in. So this is where the great Australian dream is a debt trap, honestly. And I don't think now is the right time for anyone to be buying a house. I think it's like a super glued solution that they've put together thinking that it's going to solve the problem. But really what they're doing is they're trying to buy votes off migrants. Gen Z and millennials are our two big problems. People will tell you anything in a poll, but when it comes to the actual vote, they just can't do it because most people are soft. But until that happens, we won't. The largest voting bloc in Australia used to be 55 plus. It's now no longer the largest voting bloc, and you can see that in the voting numbers. Have a look at it. It is purely and simply down to the culture of 55 plus is Christian conservative values. You can see it in the numbers. And, when you fucked up and the police got you, the police used to take you to the cells. They don't do it now because we have a weakened culture. And it's reflected in the polls. If you have a look at the polling here over the last month, it pretty much tells the same story. The Greens and One Nation are locked to control the Senate. The only thing that will stop the rot is we need to stop the underlying culture. So that's where we are, and that's why politics matters. One thing I do know about billionaires and having worked for several of them is they're the most self-centered fuckwits on the planet. Right? There's only 3,000 of them. There's fuck all of them. Right? A billionaire said to me at a big global citizen conference in Monaco once, and we were talking and it come up a conversation. What is the number where you would stop? And he turned around to me and the guy that I was with and said, 25 million. He said, that's it. That's all you need. He said, if you have net assets of 25 million or assets of 25 million, producing a cash flow at 5%, 1.25 million a year, you can live very, very comfortably in a fuck you position and no one can do anything to stop you. Are you going to be part of a cultural base or not? And it's pretty much that simple. Labor run a very good global political game. They actually run a political game better than anyone that I've ever seen. It's not the big bad corporate man out there. It's the union movement. When you get into a very authoritarian state, they're the ones that are beating you with billy clubs. Need to kick the habit.